Hello everyone, how's it going? How's everyone's doing on a beautiful Thursday or Wednesday? Depends on where you are in the world. Now, today I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Obviously, the first question you're going to ask me is, holy crap, what the hell just happened? I'm going to go over that. I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen in terms of the price action next, and yeah, just stay tuned. We're going to get right started. So I'm just going to say hello to everyone. What's up, Steven? Nice to see you. Mario. Demi, Eric. What up, Kenneth? Kenneth, you're gonna like some stuff that I have been finding out, man. I've been doing, guys. So, as you guys know, I have been very anti-Ripple, and there's a reason for it. I did my research probably about 2 years ago now, into Ripple, and at the time there was a lot of differences in terms of how the structure was, and so my buddy Kenneth, sorry, said, hey man, take a look at it again. Just give it a shot. Be open-minded. Stop being so angry about Ripple. I was like, all right, you know what? You're right. I'm an educator. I should be unbiased. I should give the facts. I should look at the facts. So what I did is I've gone and I've started doing research into Ripple, and it is a lot different than it was last time. And my opinion is very much changed. And so I'm gonna give you guys all that details in another video. But basically, what I've found out is, when people say Ripple's gonna be $10 and you laugh at them, you shouldn't laugh at them. I follow the numbers, guys. You know me as well as you guys know me. I follow numbers, and what I've noticed about Ripple is crazy. Ripple has the potential to be insanely big, and I'll explain that another day. Let's talk about what just happened in the market. Like, whoa. So, let me just a second here. Abdallah, nice to see you. Harold, Harold, I haven't seen you in a long time, dude. How you been? Dom, nice to see you. What's up, brother? Richard. And so let's get talking about what's going on in the market. But yes, if you guys are kind of like, what the hell did Joel just say? I actually am starting to become bullish on Ripple, not now, but long term. And when you see what I'm going to present to you today, there's some really good facts, and there's really good things that will really, you guys will be like, wow, that's pretty interesting stuff. Okay, Ross Davidson, Hala just sold everything into USDT. I don't know if you should do that now, potentially, but it might be a good idea. It might be too late. It might be good. We'll see. Josh, what's up, brother? Aaron, nice to see you. And Mario, the bot is up. The bot is running, guys. Anyone who's watching the video that's in beta testing, just let them know. We did have a huge dip. The bot did not, avoid it, but that's okay. Sergio, you missed the Ripple part. It's okay. I got more coming. Don't worry. Obviously, I've only started my research. Serbia, our developer of the bot, came into Thailand. We've been trying to find a place, get an office set up, everything. So it's a little bit hectic this week, but I'm trying to get as much as I can in. Now, let's jump in and talk about what's going on in the world. So everyone sees the market basically go like straight down. It was like watching December last year, but basically the opposite. And so it happened today. What have I been telling you guys? Follow the money. So you think about it and you go, okay, follow the money. What does that mean? Well, it means this. When I posted the other day 150 million and then another 100 million of Tether being printed and then another 100 million this started this week, don't you think that was kind of strange? We were going to pump and pump and pump, and all of a sudden the BTC shorts get a bit and boom, it explodes up. The longs are in, they're going to go long, and all of a sudden, boom, and they get wrecked. Same thing just happened the other day with the shorts. It feels manipulated. I don't know if it is, guys, because yes, Yasser brought up a really good point. We had a chat. He said, Joel, it's very possible a lot of traders had those targets and they just all sold at the same time. But for me, it looks like this. As someone who watches the market fall in 8 minutes, like $400, that is an immense amount of money leaving the market at one time. So it's really hard for me to believe that really 100% that the market just all of a sudden lost $300, $400, $500 on Bitcoin like that. It's really strange. We also have the idea of this Bitcoin account that has $1 billion of Bitcoin. They found it. It might be linked, for example, to Mt. Gox. It might be linked to the Silk Road. They're not really sure, but it's a lot of $1 billion of Bitcoin is a lot of money. All right, Bulls need to defend 6,800 or you go bearish again. I agree, absolutely, Kenton. Kenneth, God, I keep calling you Kenton because there's two Kens in my life right now. What I'll tell you is this. We cannot, and I'm going to show you why, we cannot go below probably like 6,000 ever again. And no one will probably let it, or we're in really big trouble. And I'll show you why. I'll actually give you evidence, not just tell you why. Okay? First things first. The first piece of evidence is right beside me right here. Goldman Sachs basically said, we're not doing a crypto trading desk. And literally like within minutes of them making that decision and it not being public, it wasn't public, guys. Remember that. This was not like, hey, it's public. It wasn't public. I see you guys on YouTube. How's it going? Lily, Matthew, and Nate. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing really well. And Deshaun. So, let's just think about it this way. Goldman Sachs says, and they've been really bullish on crypto, right? So a lot of people are like following Goldman Sachs' lead. Then all of a sudden we see, boom, Goldman Sachs just all of a sudden says, we ain't doing crypto. I'll tell you why. Let me tell you why they're not doing crypto. It's really good to know why. First things first. They are having a lot of trouble securing enough BTC because no one actually that owns a lot of Bitcoin is actually selling. Trust me, I know, because I'm in the OTC market, and the people that actually say they're selling and getting deals done mostly aren't, or they're doing very small deals. So that's something to think about. BTC 100 billion market cap is the floor due to the futures. No, it's not. I'm going to debunk that right now. I've talked to investment bankers. I've talked to people that know more than me, and they definitely told me that 100 billion thing is bullshit. If it goes to 98 billion, those futures are still going to be there. So remember, they're also doing ETH futures, and there's only $13 billion of ETH right now. Honestly, I'm really worried about ETH right now. I think it's one of those coins that might become one that goes really, really down. Like, let's put it this way. I think ETH is, out of all coins on the market right now, other than like shit coins, out of all the real good coins, I think ETH is in very big trouble. They're getting dumped on by ICOs. They're getting dumped on by EOS. They're getting dumped. And I think it could cause a cataclysmic event for ETH. Now, I know they have the Casper that just came out, or slowly is being rolled out and moving on to proof of stake a little bit, and still have proof of work. And I just worry about ETH now. I'm not trying to give you guys FUD. I'm just saying I think that ETH is about to drop more, and it's because that every time Bitcoin went up, it went up like a very small fraction of Bitcoin. And every time Bitcoin's gone down, it's gone down a lot more than Bitcoin. I literally talked about this today. It's pretty intense. Yeah, you did, Yasser. You did say ETH's coming down to 214. I thought it was like 250, 220 even. But yeah, you might be right at that. And yeah, we're under 6,800, guys. We're gonna go down very likely to 67. If we go lower, I actually think there's a problem with that, and I'm gonna really explain. ETC is a great coin, guys. Remember that. ETC is a great project. It is the original Ethereum. Does it have use case? Absolutely. There's dexes being built on it. There already is a dex my friend runs called Radix Dex. And yes, Ethereum Classic has as much use case as ETH because it has some flaws like Ethereum does, like the current Ethereum does. But the point is this: it still can be used to do ICOs. It can do everything that normal ETH network can do, except for Casper and proof of stake at this point. That's their thing. 5,800 I could see. So Yasser said 5,800 is the next target. I could see 5,800 as the very, very bottom. But if that's the case, then we didn't actually test at 5,850. I really, truly believe, and this is fundamentals, not technical at all, but the technicals are not going to show us the truth this time. I'm telling you this, and this is why. Look at this beside me. And if you can't see it, I'm just going to blow it up really quick, just so that you can see it very clearly. This is the Bitcoin difficulty chart. What you can see on the far left is August 6th. Look how hard the difficulty was on August 6th. Then look on August 17th. Then look on the 26th. Right now, ETH is getting harder and harder and harder to mine. Think about it. If more and more hash rate is being used to mine, okay, there are people mining. That's why it's increasing the difficulty. The point is this. It's not worth Bitcoin, okay, let me start again. Let me reset my mind. With the hash rate being so high, it costs a lot of money to mine Bitcoin. If you are Bitmain, if you are Slushpool, Antpool, any of these guys, you're going to actually start to think, maybe instead of losing $500,000 a day in electricity costs, I'm going to turn off my machines for now. What will happen if you do that? Bitcoin will become very slow. Bitcoin will cost a lot of money to send. Bitcoin will not be in a very good state if that happens. Okay? Now, let's revert back a little bit. So, we see that the difficulty is increasing, but the price is decreasing. That means your return on investment as a miner goes down. So if I'm a normal miner at home and I have a couple, 1080 cards, I might, GTX 1080s, I might have a few of them, but I might just turn it off. It's going to cost me more money to mine it than it actually is worth. This is the stuff you have to think about, guys. And the big problem with the difficulty getting so high is if miners start turning off their machines, it's going to cause a cataclysmic event, because I think there's going to be these big pools that are going to start closing off the machines if it keeps going down and down. And if it gets to 49, which I literally think is impossible, fundamentally it's impossible. Technical analysis, absolutely is very possible. But what I'll tell you is, if I'm Bitmain and it goes down to 3,000 or 4,000, I'm not going to run my machines anymore. It's not worth it to run my machines. I might as well keep the crypto I have or buy more at that point. And that's what they do. Miners go and buy more crypto. They buy more Bitcoin. It increases the price. Other people start buying crypto after that, and it starts pushing Bitcoin up. And that's likely what will happen. All right, let me just check some comments. I've been very lofty. What's up, Art? What's up, Alan? I hope you guys are doing really well. If you're on YouTube, guys, come on, get those comments on here. I want to see your comments on there too. All right. Whoa, lots of questions. Oh my God. Yep. Litecoin at $43 very potentially. What about Neo? Neo, honestly, I'm going to tell you guys my thought about platform coins. Coins that have platforms that don't do things like make it easier to do it than Ethereum, they're going to die. There's too many platforms. We don't need thousands of ICO platforms when really ICOs are going to be numbered very limitedly in the next 2-3 years. There's not going to be an ICO every week. There's going to be like 20 ICOs a year, 30 ICOs a year of good quality companies. And STOs are going to take over because normal companies are going to, and it's STO is a security token offering. So basically an IPO, but smaller scale and not as expensive. So now if I'm Uber, who I don't have an IPO and I'm not publicly traded, I can now tokenize Uber and then use Uber tokens to use for the rides. I can use Uber tokens for the Uber conference calls. I can do Uber for a lot of stuff. So that's the whole idea of tokenizing. It gives more liquidity and gives more ways for them to make money, which is awesome. All right, let's see a couple more comments. Better set my rebuy targets. Yes, you should set your rebuy targets if there's stuff like that that you're seeing. Yes, back to $14. Neo, please go back to $14. I would love to just load up on some Neo if it's actually going to come up. But the problem with Neo, as well as I'm saying, is it's a platform coin and it did really bad on the ICOs that pretty much were on it. So that's something to keep in mind, very, very much so, okay? So are we going to test then drop, or test then rise then drop? Here's what I think was going to happen. Let's see what Yasser says. What is the level that the miners start running into loss? Yasser. Miners right now in 45% of the countries are running miners at loss. There's only about the average cost in China is about $3,800, and that's not paying anybody their salary. That's not paying for the for anything else. That's just to run the miners. Okay, so we have to think and consider that too. That there's land that they have to rent. So most countries, especially like Japan, it costs $10,000 to make a BTC. So I think there's like 10 countries right now that actually would be in profit minimally, and that is the main issue. Yes, what I'm trying to say is, if you're mining at loss, you're not doing it right. You're not going to keep doing it. That's where I'm getting the big issue with it. This is why I'm so against that 49. It's not the number, it's not the TA, it's just fundamentally, if that happens, we're going to a cataclysmic event in Bitcoin where we're going to see a huger dump off than we've ever had, I think, personally. But we're not going to go there. So don't let this become FUD for you. I don't think that's actually going to happen. It's very, very, very like limited, like really, really, really small chance of that actually happening. What's the bottom today? I'd say the bottom today is probably around 67. I think the bottom total is around 67 because that's when most countries, in terms of and because of the difficulty increasing, that's where most countries are going to start being not in profit. 67. So that's the number I'm choosing. I might be wrong, but it can't stay much lower than that for long periods of time with miners keeping their mining machines on. No one's going to do something to lose money. You guys know it just as much as I do. I've been running up my ETH a lot recently. Might rethink. Yeah, Danny, the thing is, I love ETH. So does my developer, Serby. We love ETH. Like, the reason why the bot is paid for an ETH is because we like ETH. We could have done it in Bitcoin. But the problem is now that's an issue. And that's what I'm getting worried about a little bit. I don't know if we have to really worry or if this is just like shaking out the last of the weak hands, because a lot of really big prominent people in crypto use ETH and hold ETH. So we'll see. But here's why. When you have all these ICOs, it makes ETH have a lot of use case. Once the ICOs stop and go on other platforms, why does ETH have such a high amount of use case? It doesn't really, in my opinion. And this is the issue that I have fundamentally with it at this point. So I could be wrong. So there you go. The alts are getting wrecked to the extreme. The alts are getting wrecked. Everything has been getting wrecked to the extreme. Guys, remember this. We have to deal with the bear market before we get to the bull market. And if we can last through the bear market, make a little bit of money trading, and get through it, we're going to be freaking laughing. I'm telling all you. Hey, Liquid just launched. Do you have an opinion on Quash? Liquid Exchange, are you talking about, Georgie? I actually know Liquid Exchange. I know John Myers and Chow Song, I think his last name is. I actually have a meeting with them tomorrow night. So yeah, very bullish on their exchange. They're really, really good. They're really, really business and tech savvy, those guys. And I think they'll do really well, especially mixing the liquidity game into the cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency game. It's going to really help them a lot with going fiat pairing and then having that. So Quash should do okay. Why is Bitcoin Diamond rising hard? I don't even know, honestly, Richard. I called that. I saw the TA on that the other day, and I think one of our members in the block group went up like 42%. So that was good. Yes, I'm very much a pump and dump, but Kenton, you know as well as I do, we called that, and it was way before the pump and dump actually even happened. So yeah, it's the same with Ether miners. Yeah, absolutely. All money went into Bitcoin Diamond. Yeah, here you go. Seems that way. But Dash and FLN are an X11 G60 miners is still profitable, but not very much, Antonius. You know that true. So let me ask, when Bitcoin was below 4K, yeah, so you're missing that one point. It's really good to understand that. When Bitcoin was under 4K, you see this thing beside me? It was way lower. The difficulty was way lower, which means that it cost less money because the machines didn't have to work so hard to create a Bitcoin, right? That's how you have to think about it. So when difficulty is so far down that it's easier to mine the Bitcoin, of course it's going to be cheaper to mine it. But when the difficulty increases, the machines have to work harder and get less crypto for the amount of work that they're doing, because they can only do X amount of hashes per second. But now, as you see, it went from 5.75 this month all the way to 6.75. And that's a lot of change. That's a really big amount of difficulty. We're talking about, I think it was 6 or something percent. It's a lot. It makes it a lot harder to make money. Giselle, ETC might take over ETH. ETC, I don't know if that's going to happen. I think it has its use case, and I think Ethereum Classic also has the similar use cases. So when ETH network's slow, you could use ETC, for example. That would be one of the use cases of it. You could do DEXs, you could do dApps on ETC, and a lot of people think that what ETC is going to do is going to be the dApp. They're going to be the main for the dApps, and the ETH is going to be the main one for the ICOs, which is actually probably going to hurt ETH, I think, but we'll see. Miners, do they sell straight away? No, they don't. They stockpile, Josh. They stockpile as much crypto as they can, and some of them do. It depends on the person. Like if I'm mining at home by myself, yeah, maybe I do that, but I don't think they do it usually. They mine to keep and hold and then sell later. So yeah, it really depends on the actual person. All right, so what to do with alts now? Trade for Bitcoin or hold? This is I can't give you actually that advice because I'm not a financial advisor. This is my disclaimer time. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an educator, so take this as education and not as financial advice. What I personally have done is put most of my stuff in. I've hedged myself into USDT. So if we do have a drop lower, then at least I have some in Bitcoin, some in USDT, some in maybe like 1 or 2 in a trade, and we'll see what happens. That's the thing about crypto. We don't know for sure, and anyone who tells you to know for sure are scammers. Okay, so the problem is a Dash miner G60 GH price is €1,100, 60 days to ROI. That's 160 days that I could be just investing that 1100 and making that 1100 more. You know what I mean? So that's the thing that I have the issue with. Okay, so we talk about China, we talk about FUD, we talk about a lot of things, right? So there you go. Hey, what's up, XRP Mafia? Hope you're doing well, bro. Is that Kenton or Kent, or is that not Kenton? Is that Kenneth? Is that Kenton? Is that Sergio? I want to know who it is. I'm curious. Do you think ETH can recover? I do think it will recover. I just don't know if it's going to recover the way we really, really want it. And that's sad, but it's true. And so there we go. Sell some to Tether. I just sold my Neo. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. If you're in profit in the market right now, it's never a bad idea to sell in profit ever, regardless if it's 2% or 8% or 25%. Profit is profit. Simple as that. Goldman Sachs can't stay out, or they will. No, they're not staying out. Here's the thing that people keep thinking: they're not actually staying. They just said they're not going to do the trading desk now, and that's a smart move because Bitcoin is not really doing much right now for the last 8 months, 9 months, if you haven't been able to tell. So that's why they're not really keen on it. So China's anti-crypto, anti-blockchain, anti-conference, anti. Yet, for some reason, I keep reading stuff about China having more and more and more stuff. So that's interesting. I'm only on here. That's a funny name, XRP Mafia. It's Sergio. What's up, brother? How you doing? Probably one of our group. Hey, man. Guys, I feel retarded, literally, for being so ahead in my ass. Let's put it that way. Because XRP, the more I read about it, here's the friggin' messed up thing. I let people like me to you guys influence me. I let my friends who got me into crypto, who were so anti-XRP, and they had facts. They were facts at the time, like it wasn't an escrow, etc. They did put it in escrow. They did a lot of stuff. They killed the FUD. And here's the craziest part about this coin that drives me crazy. It's going to be worth over $100 at one point. I'm telling you guys right now, when I do my video on XRP, you guys are going to be like, what? And you're going to be like, thank you so much for waiting for it to bottom out at 30 cents. It's for us to tell us this. Okay, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be amazing. And all my XRP people that hated on me, they're going to be like, finally you figured this stuff out. I'm sure it's how it's going to go. Did Ian's definition change on XRP? Did Ian's? Yes, XRP, Ripple, it pulled it, it's Ripple. Easily. Yes, Ian's did. Everyone's did, man. Anyone that actually goes back and does research on XRP right now and sees what it is right now, holy XRP. 5-year prediction is around $400 for XRP. Okay, can I explain why? Yasser just said that. Can I explain why I'm going to buy probably like $4,000 to $5,000 of XRP right now? Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. Follow money, guys. Let's just break this part down. I won't even go into all my slides today. Literally, it doesn't even matter. This is going to be so much more important. What coins do I buy? What am I looking out for? Steven, hit me up another time. I'm just going to tell you. Is XRP still centralized? No. No, it's not. Look at the chart. Kenneth, can you do me a favor and post that chart you sent me with Ripple being like that little piece and XRP in the middle and all the different branches of how it completely isn't centralized anymore, like it was maybe a long time ago, but not anymore. All these partnerships have made it decentralized. They made partnerships with everybody. And because of all these partnerships, if so many people have Ripple, it can't be centralized because so many different people have Ripple. That's why. And so because of that, that's where we're going. So I'm going to explain on why XRP will be worth a lot of money. And guys, hold on to your pants. Shit's about to get real. So you guys know me. I'm really good at fundamental analysis. You also know me that when I'm stuck in my ways and I'm not listening, I don't see things. So people like Kenneth and people like Sergio influenced me. And what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you a number, okay? This number is 39 billion, okay? It looks really weird, but 39 billion, okay. You see 39 billion, right? How much does JP Morgan Bank in one day transfer between interbanks? $7 trillion. Just do the math. I'm one bank in the world. I do $7 trillion a day. Think about this for 1 second. $7 trillion a day divided by 39 billion tokens Just for that one bank, just think about this for a second. For that one bank to hold all the Ripple to equal $7 trillion, just for the one bank, how much would it be worth? This is gonna make you guys blow your mind, okay? Not only one, okay? Not only one, I'm gonna blow your mind in so many different ways, okay? So we have 39 billion Ripple. We have 100 billion supply, right? Okay, that's slow released over time. 7 trillion for one bank. Now, if we have, let's say, all the banks, even if there's competition, because I think Vostro's not actually thinking about the competition that will come. Maybe if only it was Ripple, but if with competition, they got to $20 trillion, okay? Even just 20 trillion, okay, over time. And this is because all the banks will use it to send money around. $20 trillion divided by 100 billion is how much? It's $200 a pop, okay? Or is it 2,000? No, it's $200 a pop. I think it's $200, not 2,000, right? Yeah, 200 for one Ripple at at full supply. At current supply, it's the Aster's rate, $400. So what I'm getting to is this: I, as an educator, needed to be educated, and I'll admit it. Hey guys, look at this face. This face was wrong. I was wrong. Like I told you in many other videos, I can be wrong. This one I'm wrong. This one Bitcoin Ben wrong. This one Ken Bozak is wrong. This one every single guy that I watched and I like as a friend, you know, that I chilled with or anything, I let, not them, my friends that I first got into crypto 2013, I let all these people influence my decision and did some research originally, but did not want to listen to the fact that things had changed. This is something you have to understand. Guys, Kenneth is my personal XRP, as well as Sergio, XRP expert. Go to see them. They are amazing. Could XRP lead to the reversal of a crypto market? Absolutely, once the banks start using it. And actually, 2 banks are using it already. So this is some interesting stuff. I am buying XRP with money from Neo. It's not a bad idea, Giselle. I'm not giving you financial advice, but it's not a bad idea. I would do the same thing. If anyone was perfect, they wouldn't be human. That's true. That's true. But, you know, I caught a lot of flack for that, and I deserved it, honestly. It takes a lot for me to say these things, guys, honestly, because everyone hates being wrong and hates admitting it. But you know what? I'm an educator, and I was not being objective. I was being subjective, and that alone is not okay. I should never be subjective. And so what I want you guys to understand is I am telling you this now, right now, today, because Ripple, in my opinion, is bottomed to the bottom. It's like as bottomed as it's going to go. It might go a little bit lower, but it's not going to go very much lower than it is at this rate right now. I don't see it going to 20 cents again like it was at last year. So the point is this: I am going to be buying and putting 20% of my portfolio into Ripple. I'm going to be doing that. You do whatever you want, but trust me, Kenneth and I and any one of you guys that do this and follow the money, go do your own research, you will see what I saw, and you guys are going to be mind blown. I promise it. Yes, baby. This is what a lot of people don't realize. They keep saying there's way too many coins, but little they know. Yes, little do they know. That's what I'm trying to explain, man. The thing is, I was so fucking stupid. I'll admit it. I'm frustrated with myself because I know what I see here, and I know where we're going, and I know these guys are going to join us. China's coming, guys. They're just waiting for the right time. Hey man, listen, if I didn't have a reversal on XRP and I was telling you I'm a crypto educator and I didn't do my research into it after people told me, shake my head. You loaded up and I'm going to tell you a secret, guys. Last year, my wife wanted to diversify her portfolio in crypto. She asked me, what should I do? And on the exchange, she didn't have a Binance account. There's an exchange in Thailand, only had like 10 different coins. So we bought some Dash, and we bought some Ripple, we bought some Litecoin, and Bitcoin, and Ethereum, and I think one other one. Yeah, we bought Ripple. Why? Because at the time, she was like, what does it do? and I was like, it might be a pretty good coin. Really, it could be a really, really good coin. But I told her like I didn't like it because of centralization. She didn't care, so she bought like 800 of them. She'll be happy later, I'm sure of it. And yes, absolutely. If Bitcoin runs to 4,900, XRP is going to 17 cents worst case. That's possible. Listen, I'd be okay with everything bottoming a little bit more. What do I think of Icon? Icon has had a lot. If it's Icon or OneChain, I don't know if it's Icon or OneChain, but OneChain or Icon had their CEO and CTO. A bunch of people left the project, so that was bad. But ICX, I liked it, but I have to go research that again. Tell you the truth, I can't remember all details. Yeah, so XRP is decoupling more and more base pairs, more fiat on ramps, guys. There's going to be a lot of that, not just XRP. I think there's going to be a lot of really good stuff coming out, but the fact that XRP was created by the same person who created Bitcoin, that's a pretty strong indication of what kind of stuff it is. And so there we go. Kenneth, I disagree with you on that. I think Bitcoin definitely will be still linked because it's first mover advantage. I think Bitcoin definitely will be there longer. It will be used longer, and here's why. Because it's like gold. Gold we take, it's fucking heavy as shit. We have to put it in a vault. It's like you never want to actually use it. It's like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to be the same way. It's going to be expensive. It's going to be hard to use, hard to move around, etc. Right? So that's where we're going. Question, sure, but Bitcoin sets the standard in the market. Yeah, it does. It really does, guys. I totally agree. But, you know, what's up? Oh, what's up, Sergio? You're on here now. Should I give you a message? Will you have time for a chat later? Steven? Yeah, send me a message. I'll have a chat. I don't know if I can chat now. It's already 12:30 at night, but maybe tomorrow morning. It's one of Ripple's goals, decoupling. Yeah, man. I think Ripple like listens to their community, and that's why it changed. And because I wasn't a part of the community, because I had already decided, that's why I did. So, while we're talking about Ripple, TransferGo launches real-time remittance transfers with Ripple. So basically, Ripple is now being used, actually, to send and receive payments and cash flow. This is huge. This is massive. They also signed up 2 banks, and they're going to start doing that. I think, Kenneth, can you quote me if I'm wrong, Q4, they're going to be having 2 banks starting to use Ripple. This is going to be huge, guys. I'm telling you right now. Not when there are trillions daily going over XRapid. I don't know, Kenneth. I think both are going to be used, but I think Bitcoin's value is in its storage. Ripple's going to have its value in its use. Both of them are going to have a lot of value. I think that people misunderstand, and I think you know what? I'm guilty of this, and now I've admitted it. I think we need to stop coin versus coin shit. Okay, all of us need to grow the fuck up and stop talking about coin versus coin. Okay. Who cares? Is it a good project? Does it bring good use for our lives? And let's not compare Ripple and Bitcoin. They do different stuff, and they're both really good. Bitcoin has its flaws. Ripple has maybe some flaws, or used to have flaws. Everything is not going to be perfect. So let's not get over the top with that. But I would say that XRapid is going to be one of the most used. It'll be an Amazon and a Facebook and, you know, all these kinds of things, right? And they're going to be there together. Nothing wrong with that. You need Pepsi and you need Coke, right? People like different flavors. So the bottom of the current channel is 27 cents, but if it breaks that, it's likely 17 cents. Hey, I'll wait for 17 cents. I bought Ripple when I first got it at like 15 cents. So, and then I traded it. Like I told you, I traded it. I always traded it. I always made lots of money with Ripple. Ripple's a good coin to trade. But apparently, the more I research it, it's also a really good coin to hold, especially at the price it is right now. And especially if it does what it's supposed to do. All right, so Union Bank of Liechtenstein, they have their own stablecoin. So they're a national currency that's an actual cryptocurrency. Really cool, really good for mass adoption, obviously, as well. But Bitcoin Cash, we can still rip on that all day, right? You guys can rip on whatever you want. I don't like the personality of... So Goldman will start trading after ETFs. Maybe not. We don't know. We don't even have an ETF approved anyways. Bitcoin Cash, I don't like Roger Ver. I think it's a currency. It has use case. So yes, Bitcoin Cash is fine. I'm not a fan of it. But at the same time, I have nothing against Bitcoin Cash. It's a currency that is basically similar to Bitcoin. 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% Web coil monetization, CODIS smart contract, SBIVC, gonna be huge. Yeah, it's gonna be huge. Kenneth, you have made me realize that. I'll give you that for sure. Can XRP handle more transactions due to versus Bcash? Oh, way more, dude. Like fucking way more. XRP is the fastest remittance out of all the. I think it's the fastest of all the currencies, if not one of the fastest, and cheap. To send you, Kenton, if I sent you $3 billion and it cost you 1 penny, would that be cheap enough? Think about that. 50,000 TX per section, man, after Cobalt. And you know what? I bet you they'll do even more. But what's Visa? Visa's 8,000 TXs per second. And guess what? Visa never really dies, right? I think it's 8,000. But so for 50K, you don't really need much more than that. You really don't. 2.4 billion US sent in 3 seconds for less than a cent. Yeah, that's the point. That's what you guys gotta see. That's what I'm seeing, and that's what I love. Okay, this is a really big story here. So somebody moved $1 billion worth of Bitcoin from his wallet onto Bitfinex, onto Binance, on BitMEX, and a bunch of other places. It's from a cold storage wallet. Not only is it from a cold storage wallet, it's from a cold storage wallet that basically got linked potentially to the Silk Road, or not the Silk Road, but it also potentially could be linked to Mt. Gox. So this is really interesting, following the paper trail, as we like to say, and a lot of people could say potentially this is one of the catalysts that caused our little dip we just had here today. We'll see, and it's not really a little dip because it went like 2-3%, which is a lot for Bitcoin. Indeed, I'll be waiting for that billion. Yeah, we'll see. Who knows? A billion TX a second is not even useful, honestly. So glad I listened to him today. Hey, no worries, Giselle. Honestly, you can thank Kenneth for a lot of this and Sergio, because both of those guys, because they're my friends and I respect them, made me, like, kind of slap me and were like, listen to us for fucking 5 minutes, please. Just listen to us. You're wrong. Listen, I'll tell you why. And I did. So thank you, boys, for that. I appreciate that a lot, honestly. And so there we go. So I'm glad all you guys listened in today. I hope you will share this video. Get the good word out, because honestly right now, what is the problem in the space? A lot of FUD, a lot of misinformation. Get the good information out. I'm an educator. I had the wrong information. I'll admit I've been feeding a lot of wrong information, and that's why in almost every video I'm going to talk about for a little while, I'm going to mention XRP, so that people know I am not against XRP, and that anyone is against XRP probably needs to re-look into it if they had an opinion on it before, or they're just got their head up their butt. So there you go. Anyways, I don't want to be rich alone. There you go, Kenneth. Me either, bro. I want to make I honestly, the coolest thing in life for me is not about money. It's about what I can help, what money will make me help other people do. And that's the cool thing. And that's why I have, why I have a nonprofit. Last thing I want to talk about really quick, just before I go, guys, so I know it's been a while, and you're probably like, okay, stop talking, Joel, it's been a long time. But let me just do this one thing right before I go, and then after that, you guys enjoy your evening. So the biggest barriers to blockchain are this. Number one, regulatory uncertainty. So basically not knowing what's going to be regulated or not, okay? And I understand that, because ICOs honestly don't fit the bill of an IPO or an STO, and they don't really, there's something new, and it's hard for them to know, because a lot of people do buy Binance coin for it to increase in value, not because they're going to use it, or they buy it because they're going to use it and it's going to increase in value. So they need to make new rules of how to actually understand that, and that's why some people haven't jumped in. This is mostly that 48% is a lot of big funds, VCs, hedge funds, and institutions. Lack of trust because of all the scams out there. My buddy Shane, he's actually created a system which will make you KYC, which will make all the ICOs KYC. We'll check all documentation is not fabricated, etc. And it's going to be something that will definitely help it. And guess what its name is? Trusted. Smart thing to focus on. Ability to network together. So people think that it's really hard to network because there's not that much adoption yet, but honestly that just comes with us networking more, talking to more people, getting the word out. The issue of which Orca and some other people are trying to solve is having different blockchains actually work together smoothly. That is actually coming. There's already tech being developed for that, so that's something that's going to be already addressed as well. Inability to scale, that's actually not true. A lot of these projects that didn't have the ability to scale are now sharding and doing other things to actually make it so that they can scale to a larger user base and make their transactions faster, etc., etc., etc. And another thing is intellectual property concerns. I don't really know why that one's a huge one per se. Like, I know that you do NDAs and you do all that stuff to make sure that doesn't happen, but we'll see. And the last one is audit compliance concerns. So basically similar to the first one, regulations and compliance. So regulatory compliance usually are one big piece that my company BlockRate does. We put them together and we make regulatory compliance overall and understanding it. So these are all the things. So that's the biggest barriers to blockchain. How can you help is the better question. First things first, if your government, your state, your municipality, your province, any of that stuff, if they have something with the SEC and you can go and attend, try to understand it better, try to help them understand it better. With lack of trust, educate people, just help them understand how to be safe. Buy a Trezor, use Safe Ledger, use Safe Key, use Self Key. This thing, or Safe Key, it's great, right? You can use that. Network, go out and talk to people. It's easy enough to do that. In terms of scaling, inability to scale, we're figuring this out already. Intellectual property, we're gonna have to do NDAs. We're gonna have some copyright on the blockchain set up. And then last but not least, compliance and auditing, basically hiring people to do this for you so that you know it's actually being done properly. Simple, right? But it's actually not that simple. Okay, let me just take a couple questions, guys, and then I'm going to go. It's been a great time tonight. Sorry, I've been a little bit longer than I normally go. Mark says, but Bitcoin Cash, we can rip on that all. No, market is dropping too fast. It has to bounce before the day's end. I don't see the market dropping anymore. Maybe the alts are. I'm not watching right now. Honestly, awesome and informative info. Thanks for what you do. Oh, and New Alka and all the negative info from others. Yeah, listen, people need to be responsible. I mean, I've said this to others too, and a lot of people are starting to change their XRP stance, and it's because we have to actually influence people with fact, not with FUD. So there we go. So posted the XRP ecosystem in the group, like you asked, Joel. Good show. Thanks, brother. You have a good day, Kenneth and Kenton and Vatican and Giselle and Sergio and all you guys that are watching, Art and Brian and Mark. Great seeing you guys today. I hope I'll see you guys on Friday. See you. Have a great week. Don't let the bed bugs bite. If the things are falling, it's okay. Just chill. It's going to be okay. If we lose money this week, we'll make it up next week. You know how it works, guys. Market will give you, but it also sometimes takes back. You have to be realistic there and know, okay, it takes back. It's all right. So I'll see all you guys on Friday. You have a great week. Just go enjoy your hump day, and I'll see you soon. Any questions or any concerns or any comments or anything that you'd like, do hit me up. Matthew Masters, who's watching, I'm going to start using ClearPoll. So guys, if you have a phone and you watch the show, get ClearPoll, C-L-E-A-R, poll on your phone. I'm going to start doing polls and getting your opinions so you guys can engage more in the show. So I hope that actually will be fun for you guys. I think it'll also be fun for me. Okay, have a great day, guys, and cryptocurrency education with your boy, Coach K. Signing off for the night. See you guys.